Good morning, morning breathers. It's Wednesday. It's a happy Wednesday. We've got good energy in here this morning. I'm your host, Tim Elliott, in studio with producer Nick the second. Producer Nick the second.
Good morning.
Good morning, Nick.
Not sure that rolls.
I don't know. Something's going to come.
Definitely
to me.
doesn't.
It doesn't roll.
Yeah, if I'm having trouble saying that, it's a problem.
You have to think about it.
I just don't want to think about it. It just needs to roll off my tongue.
SPN.
It's going to come.
SPN.
SPN, like
Super producer
ESPN?
Nick. Like SPN. Super
He
producer
hasn't been titled the super. He hasn't been given the super.
He's not super
moniker
yet.
yet.
Every day that I've been here, those comments are on the screen, the cameras are working, everything's rolling. So in my mind, he's
Nick,
super
you have
producing.
a super fan over here.
You do.
on The Voice.
Cheers. Cheers.
I like you too, Nick, but the name's not coming to me yet.
Listen, I got an emergency over here, Tim. I just dumped coffee all over myself because this lid is not working. So you just excuse me for a second while I handle this.
Here's the good news.
I'll just take the lid off.
Did you set it on the thumbtack that's been there for a month and a half?
You know what? No, I did not. Did you remove that thumbtack?
I did not.
Well, somebody did.
The
and you're
cleaning
the only
person
one on that
came
side of the
in.
room.
Apparently, the cleaning person.
I saw the show yesterday. The
It's a safety
thumbtack's
hazard.
gone.
It's a safety
The
hazard.
thumbtack's gone.
Just-
I watched yesterday. Saw you griping about it. So
Absolute
it's gone.
job risk management is what that is. That's being a great boss is what that's doing.
We also have Boss Man Matt.
What's up?
Good morning, Matt, and John the Voice, of course. The Southeast Iowa Video Network is sponsored by KCTC.
Thank you, Casey.
Casey.
Thanks, Casey, and all the gang over at KCTC. And the Morning Breath crew is sponsored by Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh.
Thank you, Willie.
You Willie.
Thanks, Willie. We need to make a road trip. You ready to make a road trip, Nick?
Let's go for it.
It's time to road trip.
All right.
We missed our opportunity. Of course, we were in chaos about planning a trip down to, doing a live show at Mount Pleasant.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We got it working. I'm not sure I want to tear everything down, set it up, and try to reset it back up at the moment.
Now, Matt,
I know.
where's your sense of adventure?
It's the PTSD setting in. It's so I'm not saying we won't ever do it again. I'm saying I'm not quite ready yet.
You say the words "take a trip," Matt's like, "What?"
Yeah. So I would like to go, but I'm not sure I want to dismantle and try to make sure we get it set back
How
up
hard
again.
can that be, Nick? That might be, if you can make that happen, that might elevate you to super status.
It's really easy until it isn't.
Technology is great until it's not.
Exactly.
Just take a picture of all that.
It's just that easy. Just
a picture.
click. All right.
You were the
let's
one
go on
just
the road.
saying yesterday what a mess it is and how none of it makes sense.
I know, that's why you have to take a picture so you know what the hell's going where.
Well, if it doesn't make sense while it's put together, Lord knows it makes sense when it's
It's
apart.
when it's apart.
You could label all those things, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should
can do lots of
Let's
things.
don't turn a camera. I don't think people should see this.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's not.
Yeah, but maybe we'll post it sometime, just a still shot.
It took us 2 years to get a power cord for that GoPro, so it works like on a regular basis.
Okay, hey, and that's another just check on the resume of why he's a super producer because that camera works every day.
Well, yeah.
Well,
How's Matt's doing?
I bought a cable.
and all due respect, that came from his buddy down in
Yeah, it did.
Centerville.
It did.
Hey, but it has to be plugged in and checked. I'm just saying, you can lead the horse to water here, okay?
Okay.
Because there's a lot of horses led to water around this place in the last couple of years, but not always did they drink, is all I'm
You're
trying
correct.
to say.
You are correct.
Okay.
All right, what's going on? Secret Service director resigned, fittingly so.
Say
Didn't
cheers.
say much else about that. I don't know what made her take so long.
Yeah. Well, she got hammered on Monday.
She got hammered and she looked like a sad little puppy.
Yeah. As would I.
Should.
Yeah.
As would
I don't understand. I love now all the videos of the guys on the roof when they talked about what a dangerous slope it was. And I'm like, the guys up there with a hose, washing everything off, which was also weird. But my 3-year-old could walk across that roof. I was
That
just like,
roof-
what do you mean dangerous slopes? Like, what the?
Then they
Okay.
then they showed pictures of the guy standing on the roof of the White House, and
Yes.
the roof is
Well, the roof that the shooter was on was less sloped than the roof that the sniper was
Mm-hmm.
on
right.
that took him out.
Correct.
So
And then I saw
that
that
argument looked weak right as soon as she said it.
Then there was some body cam footage from some of the personnel there that was standing on the roof. They were talking about how they spotted this guy on a bike coming in.
Oh, yeah.
And took pictures.
He was walking around. I saw a video of that last night. It was just a complete letdown there.
Yeah.
And the heads, I don't think heads are done rolling here.
No, they shouldn't be.
Yep, agreed.
So I would not want that job.
No, I don't.
To think of every way possible. I mean, that seemed like an easy one to.
I mean, yeah.
You shouldn't miss that one.
And label me a conspiracy theorist all you want to. I fully embrace it at this point. But you're telling me this young man's phone was so uncrackable that the FBI and all of its capabilities could not break into this dude's phone? Get the you know what out of here.
Well,
that's
like a whole thing though. Like,
that's a crock of crap.
Apple and Google are not releasing that information. It's all the privacy stuff. So they're whatever.
Sure.
But that's the theory anyway.
They'll gladly sell our information to the companies
Exactly.
we get bombarded with freaking
Exactly
advertisements.
right.
That's okay.
Exactly right.
Yeah, that's okay.
4 million.
Exactly.
Man, I was in a good mood, Tim. Why you got to take me here? I'm like, man,
You're still in a good mood.
I am.
I'm going right down your alley,
I am,
buddy.
even though I'm going to smell like coffee for the rest of the morning since I baptized myself over here. But it's fine.
That appears to be a you problem.
It's a personal problem. Good morning to everyone in the chat.
Tiffany, my mom, Colleen.
Neighborette, good morning. That's Colleen.
There you go.
What else? The Olympics actually start today. However, opening ceremonies are Friday.
Yeah, I didn't know they started today.
Yeah, soccer. We the men's soccer
Football.
playing.
No. Hey! I have news. I have news on that.
It's not football.
Did you know? Where do you know
We didn't
I
say
know.
where the term
didn't say
soccer
foosball,
actually came from?
I do not.
Because this is the thing. All these
look something
Brits and everybody else over in Europe and overseas, they always give us a hard time, right? Like, oh, it's not soccer, it's football. Well, guess what, clowns?
They call it a soccer ball.
It actually originated, guess what? From England. Because back in the 1800s, it was the Association of Soccer is what it was named. And so they shortened it because it was too long. So it was called ASSOC, A-S-S-O-C. And then also in the 1800s in England, there was a habit of putting ER on the end of phrases. This was on I was watching actually this British podcast the other day, Tim. You're going to believe this. So instead of saying a soccer, they just
You had
shortened
a
it
slow
to
day?
soccer. No, it just popped up on my Instagram feed.
Why
I was
are
like,
you
oh,
watching a British podcast?
I'm telling you, it popped up on my Instagram feed, and I was like, oh, what's this? So I went down the rabbit hole, and then I found it, and I was like, this is great. And it was two Brits talking about it, and one was saying to the other, oh, yeah, this thing, I can't believe they call it soccer. And she's like, well, as it turns out, we're the ones that actually created this. So for years,
And now she's dead.
the British,
They took her
I
out.
was going to say they might take her out. So it actually started there because when that name actually happened, the sport of football was already happening here in the late 1800s here in the United States of America. And so they're the ones that actually coined the phrase soccer, used it for a long time, and then changed it, and now want to gaslight us because we use the term soccer, and I'm not standing for
Well,
it.
there you have it.
There it is.
I will never.
And now we-
fight.
and
for
now
football
we
and
know.
soccer again.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's just I had to put that out there. I've been waiting. This has been sitting inside my chest for 3 weeks
I can
to
tell.
share this with someone.
I
and a
don't know
perfect
how this didn't
opportunity.
come up sooner.
I don't know because I haven't been here because I'm a bum. That's why. But
Because you weren't watching enough British podcasts.
apparently, yeah, no, it was. I'm going to send you the video. It's pretty fantastic.
I don't know if I want that in my algorithm once you send it to me. I don't know if
What else is going to show up? I was just, I didn't get that deep. I just thought, well, why they call it a soccer ball then?
Because it's
Is it a soccer ball everywhere around the world?
Because it's the ball
football.
associated with the sport. It is absolutely a soccer ball.
So anyway, soccer kicks off today,
I think the hot air ballooning starts today too.
Ooh.
and
kidding.
the poodle shaving.
Poodle
So it's
shaving.
a competitive poodle shaving.
Well, they're running out of athletes.
They used to do sheep shaving. I think that's going to be sheep shearing. That's
shearing?
I don't know if it's on that list yesterday, but also one of the ones I found when I was looking that up the other day, they had competitive painting, sculpturing,
Yeah, it was there.
architecture.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, but I get it. It was World's Fair.
Yeah. It was 6 months or something that they had to fill
Yeah.
up.
5 or 6 months. That's, what are you going to do?
Yeah. You're going to go hot air ballooning and
There's only
clip
so
some
many
poodles.
things. But the sculpting and painting and that's kind of subjective, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Can be whatever you want it to be.
Indeed.
Yeah. I found some numbers.
Okay.
I thought this was just kind of interesting. The budget years for the athletic departments for the state universities came out, and this was in the Cedar Rapids Gazette. So the total budget for 2025, so the upcoming year, for Iowa State athletics is $114 million.
That's not that much.
And University of Iowa is $150 million.
And it's like 118 Kirk's salary, or like what?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right, sorry.
And so Iowa gets $75.2 million from the Big Ten versus $37.8 million from the Big 12 for Iowa State. So double the Big Ten. That's going to keep getting wider and wider.
Iowa State's gonna not have a home for. I don't know what the Big 12 is gonna.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're the clear number 3, I think, but the Big Ten and the SEC are run away with this. But in 2015, for comparison, the Big Ten gave each school $30.7 million, so it's more than doubled in 10 years.
So that's all.
It's all TV revenue,
stuff.
yeah.
And now we brought in USC and.
Well, that's part of this. But women's basketball is budgeted for $1.7 million. Women's wrestling for $80,000, men's wrestling $1.2 million, and men's basketball $3.5 million. Which they didn't say what the actual football budget was. Most of that Big Ten money.
I was going to say
football.
all of it.
Yeah. So if you add up the $75 million from the Big Ten plus the women's basketball, men's wrestling, women's wrestling, and men's basketball, that's $81 million out of 150. So there's some other sports that make a little bit of money. They don't make money, but they bring in some revenue. But football is going to be $100 million.
We need an underwater checkers team, is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
we have a great.
And you and I, for reference, you and I is budgeting for $14.7 million.
Well, that's cute.
That's cute. That's cute.
Yeah. Isn't that dainty? It's a dainty little amount. We have a great aquatic center at the university, and we only had it for a couple of years and promptly ixnayed men's swimming.
Yes.
Kicked them both out, and
brought one back.
and the women went crazy and they got it back.
And wrestling.
Done.
They saved the women's swimming and then brought women's wrestling.
Yep. Let's see what else is what else happened?
Morning, Jeff and Jeannie.
Is there more
Just
people?
a couple more.
No, Jeannie. Yep.
Jeff he joins us from Arkansas almost every day.
Every day. Who we haven't heard from is Ray. He's on RAGBRAI.
So he did on Monday.
Yeah.
From RAGBRAI, but no, we haven't heard from him since.
I wonder how RAGBRAI could not have had better weather. I mean, it's ideal.
It has been. I think it's I haven't looked. I guess it's supposed to get hot.
It's late in the week, but hell, they're done by then.
Yeah.
Jim says, "Welcome back to the Boss Man and ... 2 days with John." I don't know what the ... is, Jim. like some people use it in a certain way.
I think
some
there's
people,
social commentary involved.
there's definitely social commentary involved with that. Although my mother does not understand that, so she puts it at the end of everything she sends me. Like, "How are you today? ... Well, it's all ... And I had to explain to her, like, "Mom, if you do this, people are going to think that you're being passive aggressive sometimes. Like, you gotta understand the context here." Yeah. So
was that Jimmy? I saw the comment.
Jimmy said that, but my mom
said it's a good thing. Okay.
But my mom says, "You're cracking me up today, John." So John's getting some love today.
That is my goal. I try to bring joy to the people.
I get scolded by Mom.
Yeah.
Martha Mom. You get praised.
Well, it's only because I'm on here a couple of times. It's just it's the gift of non-fatigue. I'm not here, so.
Oh, good stuff. We've got an agent that's on RAGBRAI, and she sends a kind of a video montage throughout. They were through Greenfield yesterday, and it was pretty, cleaned up, but you could see.
Well, how can you couldn't
not much
possibly?
there.
Yeah, you couldn't possibly repair everything that they had.
No.
So
kind of emotional. What do you see, John?
Oh, this is John. Good to know, John. I do ... all the time. Like, it's just one of those things.
Jeannie says, if you want to see some athletes in action, come to the Rocket Slide area Friday night. It's Olympics time for special needs. It's going to be great.
That could be an exciting time.
Would be. I remember as a kid. No, I'm not going to say that.
Don't say, hold on.
I'm not going to say that.
All right.
But I remember when that thing was brand new. How about that?
There you go.
That I can say. It was a big deal.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing down there. Mm-hmm. Nothing.
It's funny, when I moved to town, I've been here a while now, but the Rocket Slide is like a landmark.
It is.
It's like, you just meet me at the Rocket Slide, and everybody's like, all right. It's like,
Yeah,
you don't
we
even
know
think
where to
about
go.
it. It's like the Rocket Slide.
Yeah, the problem is that now it's a landmark for guys. Like, you go down to the sand volleyball court and there's needles and whatever else sometimes there, and you're like,
litter.
people are being met at the Rocket Slide for different kind of dealings
Yeah.
than they were when I was a kid. But
Well, Jeannie's talking about something nice. When I first started reading that, I thought Friday night Rocket Slide, bunch of drunk people, they could get crazy down there, but that's not at all what she's talking
also
about.
true.
No. Nick, I think we've approached a time where we should take a break.
Okay.
All right. We'll be right back, folks.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
Bring the kids and share the memories at the 2024 Midwest Old Threshers Reunion. Steam engines, antique cars and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and horses. Great food from the North Village or the Log Village. Plus, learn how to square dance over at the Dance Bar. This is the place where memories are made. Make plans now to enjoy the history of the past at the 2024 Midwest Old Threshers Reunion, August 29th through September 2nd in Mount Pleasant. Visit oldthreshers.com for more details. Morning, welcome back
We
to
made
Morning
Nick
Breath.
nervous.
Nick got extremely nervous. We don't even know what camera we're on right now. We're looking at you guys.
are we live? Are we not?
So you got to get used to that. We will talk right up to the moment,
Right up to it.
and you just pull the trigger, man, and we'll be ready.
People just enter back into the conversation with us. It's fine.
Yeah. So welcome back to Morning Breath. It's a happy Wednesday. It's golf day for Tim. I like golf day.
Yeah.
You're going out golfing, you said, this morning?
Yep.
Matt, you are strategic planned to the hilt.
Yeah, I did that yesterday.
And
Did you
aren't
have a
you
lot
feel
of-
more energized now knowing?
Do you have a lot of
feeling much better?
synergistic, collaborative initiatives to now accomplish?
I
direction
don't.
you're
I
going
will.
in?
I will say this: good discussion. Nothing came out of it yet. We still got another session
We got two
before.
more, don't you?
One more,
One more.
to get results. But
make
good
sure-
discussion.
Just make sure you focus on all that strategic pipeline
Yeah,
management and all those
exactly.
other good buzzwords. That,
Exactly.
Let's don't get too far into the weeds.
Yes.
Yeah.
What other stupid phrases do they use in corporate?
We're going to unpack this.
Yeah, let's
let's
unpack
unpack
this.
this just a
Let's
little
unpack
bit.
I just wanna slap
let's just
somebody when I
sit
do
in
that.
this collaborative space for just. I mean, I could. Yeah, we can go all day with this.
Well, the fun part of it is that you get to say, well, let's do all of this, and it's like that can't happen, but we can try.
You got to aim high.
You got to aim high.
Aim high.
Total world domination.
That's what we're after.
Yep.
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Pinky in the brain.
All right. So my understanding is we're going to talk about something that is near and dear to John's heart.
I don't know. Which one of these are we going to do?
We're going to do, since we now know that soccer was originated by the Brits, we can also say that dragons can kill you. Dragons are real.
Well, yeah.
Therefore,
You've not seen Lord of the Rings.
Game. I think
You
this
know
is.
I haven't.
I think this
Sorry,
was based
sorry.
off Game of Thrones.
It's a Game of Thrones. Sorry, brain
know I
freeze.
haven't.
Brain freeze.
The worst
You
ways
should.
a dragon can kill you. I think that you're a little bit giddy over there.
Yeah,
Talk about
this. Could be. I mean, just it's okay. You have to understand this.
Do this in 2 segments.
No, for those of you at home, I have a series. It's a double-edged sword. So when people put things in front of me that are described, I have a very vivid imagination. I see everything in like 5K. Like at this point, I mean, it's just like it's there. So I walk in, at my customary 7, 12, and 14 seconds today, and I look down at the paper and I'm like, "Ooh, the ways a dragon can kill you," and I'm like, "This is wild."
Suddenly
Like,
you're on top of a dragon going.
I'm just like, what? And the smoke is billowing, like everything is there, and I'm like, what would happen?
And all of that is on the list.
Yeah, it is. So
I just want you to go with this, and I'm going to sit back. Don't ever put the camera on me right now. And watch John go.
well, this is Tim. This is Matt's list, but he said worst ways a dragon can kill you. I'm just going to fire
It's not
through
my
them.
list. I was scrambling for stuff this morning. This came up, and I'm like,
Go,
we're
you
going.
Can't start with 1. You got to go 9.
Yeah, so 9 is smoke inhalation, right? That'd be pretty. That's like suffocation. That's pretty terrible,
That would be awful.
right? Dragon crashes into your house is number 8. That would be,
Shocking.
yeah, it would definitely be scratched by a claw. That
Now,
could
wait
be.
a minute. How did this dragon just crash into your house?
But they're flying, Tim.
Yeah,
They're-
but that-
it's foggy
don't
outside.
They have eyes.
No, but they, it's foggy outside. Maybe they just don't like you, and they're like, "Hey, I'm going to kamikaze your house."
Maybe there's a lot of dragons. There's lots of fire, smoke.
a lot
You
of
don't
air
know.
traffic
Yeah,
out
a lot
there
of
for
air
the dragon.
traffic. Right.
As I'm
Those are the answers I needed to know.
Yeah.
You just can't glance over these without a little discussion.
Scratched by a claw. That seems pretty. Just like, yeah, that's pretty rough. Just like
Well,
a gaping hole in your body, and then you just bleed out. I mean, I
Does
don't.
dragon, do they have
Or the
those
infection
things
will kill
up
you.
high? Like turkeys and
Dewclaw?
yeah.
Yeah.
Duke, he
Look
knows
at
the word for it.
Nick from the top shelf was the Duclaw. Like I was, maybe this. Your Honor, I yield the floor to the gentleman from Tennessee. Like I'm just, like I don't.
He has no idea anything about wrestling, but he knows dew claw.
There you go. And then the talons, obviously, it'd be a rough
claw.
deal. Falling off while riding, that that could be a rough one, too as well. Just absolutely falling from the sky from thousands of feet.
Well,
That-
yeah, you got to strap in.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got to.
Tail swat that could come out of nowhere.
I don't
you
think
could
they
be-
have seatbelts on those things.
I mean, yeah, that's true. It's like,
Well, they're kind of scaly. Aren't
yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't you rig some kind of harness?
I don't know.
If I was riding a dragon around, I'd want some kind
If you're
of.
Avatar, you can
Them
just plug
son of
in.
guns, They
but
can
We
get
need to- we
sideways
need to-
pretty quick.
The dragon can't hit Tim's because then it will hit mine. Is what Jeannie Davis says. Hold on,
That's
I'm
a
not sure.
fact.
Okay, very
Build
good.
again.
We don't want to lose both of us, G.
Nope, exactly. Tail
Tail
swat.
swat would suck.
That would suck because then you're like squaring up. You're like, all right, maybe I got this, and all of a sudden it's just like, and then you're done. Like
And then
it's just.
you were there and then you weren't.
And you would just go, well, speaking of there and you weren't, that leads us into number 4, crushing, stepping on you. Oh, boy. Like, I think the next one's the worst for
I
me.
want to go back to tail swat for a minute because I was watching this video the other day. It's not a dragon, but kind of close. A giraffe.
So hold on.
Kind of close.
Hold on.
They have good
So explain this. How is that kind of close to?
It's very close to a dragon in my world. Anyway, I saw this video.
Well, I'm not sure I'm past this yet. I would like to know the comparisons here.
Because I could see when I thought of tail swat,
Yeah.
I thought that would be similar to because how a giraffe fights is they use their head and their long neck.
Yeah.
So it's just an inverted dragon. All right.
Well, I'll let it go, but I'm not sure I'm satisfied.
I know.
Number
Cast me on stuff. What I saw was this guy at the zoo, and he was kind of standing by this giraffe, and this giraffe just kind of like this and went boom and just
Nailed it.
This is my favorite because Tim wasn't going to be this involved with this, and now we're here. Like
Exactly.
we're at giraffes. This is fantastic.
We're gonna
this
have
is too fun.
We're gonna have more Dragon Ball
You're
lists.
just letting them go too fast.
Well, I'm just getting you fired up. So number 3, I think, is the worst one for me. This is the one, swallowing you whole. Like that's just. I mean, what?
Wouldn't they chew just a little bit?
I don't. But that's not. What, why do they need to? The esophagus has got to be quite large on these suckers. So I mean, it's almost like they're going back to the rocket slide situation. You're just down the hatch.
Yeah, you just.
And then what are you going to land in down there? What kind of acid, fiery hell awaits you
Well,
down in that stomach of abyss? Like,
Whatever
what
it is, hopefully it is a quick death.
One would hope.
It would just be like, because, if you're claustrophobic, too,
Yep.
like that's the whole situation, perhaps we consult with Jonah and his whale experience on this. He can give us a little bit of a side-by-side comparison. I don't know. So there's that. And then the obvious one, fire, just complete incineration. That would go pretty quick.
Morning breath fire. Morning
it's just-
breath fire.
Man, that's a reasonable question. How bad is the dragon's morning breath? That's another question.
I don't think you care at that point. It's I don't care if you got bad breath.
Yeah, it's over.
It's over.
Bite, and then bite you. Man, it's just,
Yeah.
take a chunk out. It's kind
I
of
could just
boring.
bite you.
Yeah. I like I just jump around here. The last one I have is that number 3 question. Would you rather wear a Dracula cape everywhere you go for a month or a pirate eye patch?
Arg.
And I'm going to add into that, you have to talk like one of those two things. Like, you ever
Do a
seen
Count
Transylvania?
Dracula.
Like
Come
the
on.
blah, 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 blah. Like, I do not talk like that. Like Transylvania, you ever seen that? Okay. I know you've seen it. He's laughing. It's on it.
You
He
got
knows.
Dracula
You understand?
voices for us.
Jeff says there's no show in Arkansas that spends an entire segment pondering the ways a dragon can kill you.
There should be, Jeff. There should be.
We're ahead of our
We're
time.
ahead
There's
of it.
probably more dragons in Arkansas than Iowa, too. I'm just saying. This is why I watch from here. You can take it out to the people. Hey, guess what valuable information I procured from the land of Iowa today? Let me share this with you.
That one brought tears to my eyes.
I'm wearing an eye patch. I don't want to talk like a pirate, but if that's part of the deal, I'm wearing an eye patch.
Listen,
I could talk like
if someone ever called me up and said, hey, we got a big wooden ship and we're sailing the 7 seas and we're going to be gone for a month and we got plenty of alcohol, I'm in.
I'm on it.
Son of a gun, I am in. Like, let's go. Do we get to wear pirate costumes?
I'm wearing the eye patch and talking like it. I might walk the plank.
I'm doing it. Guys, let's stay on time. Let's take a break.
Okay, here we go.
You ready, Nick?
I'm ready.
Ready. All right, we'll be right back.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
I am Melissa Westfall with Homegirl Realty. Heather and Charlotte and I have worked together for many years, and we have always had a vision to have a business together.
I'm Charlotte Howard, and the good news is we bring a very high level of experience. We have a combined 80 plus years of experience in this real estate marketplace.
I'm Heather Merrick, and Homegirl Realty brings a lot of things to the table. We have phenomenal communication with our clients, buyers and sellers, to make sure things are going smoothly and you don't have anything to worry about.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
You're screwing with us now.
He said, yeah.
Now we're back.
And now we're actually Sit on a throne of lies, Nick.
Welcome back to Morning Breath. We've had just a hell of a good time on this break, but Nick was coming back. He's doing this kind of stuff.
He's got it crossed up.
It's like
awesome.
air traffic control over.
It was awesome. It was awesome. Okay, we are almost out of time. John the voice, you've been fired from set for the day.
Please,
today.
thank you. I accept the. I fully resign.
Please take your traditional spot back.
Thank you.
Set for the day. Time 7:44 a.m. It is the 24th day of July. Temperature right now in Fairfield 69, Mount Pleasant 68, and Washington 69. Mostly cloudy with isolated thunderstorms this afternoon. Partly cloudy tonight. It's not going to rain. They said that yesterday, and it kind of went right above us. It went right. Yeah,
it was close.
But you said that now, and so now it will rain. Because you prophesied it on air, and we all know how that goes.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of out of my lane. That's usually Tim's job.
My job.
Yeah. High today of 82 and a low of 64. Things to do today in Fairfield at 1 o'clock at the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center is Cinema Fairfield will present its midweek matinee. Today's movie is The Secret of Nim.
Band today?
What's that?
No band today.
No band today.
Okay.
Mount Pleasant area. Adding a place in Mount Pleasant invites you to Lunch for a Cause from 11:30 to 1 today. It's pulled pork sandwiches. Lunch costs $7 and proceeds will go to support National TTT. Which I'm not sure what that is. It sends
I was
girls.
just going to say, like, what is...
It says...
Make something up. I don't care.
Sends
Tell
girls...
me what it is.
Helps girls go to summer camps, I guess. And in Washington, also a free summer movie at the State Theater. Today's movie is Migration with 2 showings and 2 tomorrow. Also at 11 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. Free tickets available at area sponsors, and you can find out who those sponsors are on the Chamber's website. This day in history.
I've been waiting for this.
This day in history. I'm teeing John up. He's already been talking about this before we started the show.
We're no longer on schedule.
Yeah,
it's okay.
In 2005, Lance Armstrong became the first cyclist to win the Tour de France 7 times.
Tour de France.
He was later stripped of all his titles. Go, John.
This is the biggest crock of shit I think I've seen in... All that happened, I said this to these guys earlier, all that happened was that our steroided guy beat their steroided guys. And all these so-called...
7 times.
Yes. All these so-called purists came out, oh, the absolute, just the indecency and how dare he. I'm like, you're all roided up. You're all doing this. Everybody knows it. He's just doing it better than you. The guy raised millions of dollars to fight cancer.
He got caught.
Yeah, exactly. And he got caught. But it's like, but to act like nobody else was doing this.
He didn't get caught for a long time.
It's hilarious to me. It's the same thing with the signs and football and like all the stuff,
Look,
whatever
it was
else.
his home teammates kind of threw him under the bus even.
Yeah. Of course, jealousy is a horrible thing.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, if you're riding, I don't know what the distance is on that thing. I mean, it's 1,000 mile more or whatever.
I read that, and I can't remember because it just finished up.
It's many days riding around the mountains of France. Damn right, you're doing steroids.
Absolutely.
Sounds like a hoot.
And I wore that bright
Sign
yellow
me up.
Livestrong
Yeah,
bracelet for a long time, and damn it, I would again if someone got me one. So that's how I have to say about that.
So
I agree,
gentlemen. The other day, my wife told me to put ketchup on the grocery list, and being a good husband, I did. Now she's all mad at me because she can't read anything on the list.
Don't ask if you don't want it done.
I did exactly what she said.
That's what
and
we
now
do.
she's mad at me.
Sometimes you can't win, Matt. Ladies, be careful. Words matter. Okay.
I'm very literal.
Yes, you are. All right. That is all the time we have for today. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for checking in. Hit those like and thumbs buttons and all that stuff that you all do. And don't be afraid to join in because we love the comments. We will be back tomorrow bright and early. It's Thursday. And hope you have a great Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow morning.